Hi, my name is Wenjie, and I'm a fourth-year law student at NUS Law, and I'm currently an intern at Vanilla Law as well. So in my 4 years in NUS Law as a law student, something that's irked me quite a bit, or I actually don't really like to introduce myself as a law student, because I find that the moment I do, I get a very visceral reaction from people around me, and I don't like that because in many of these occasions when I'm introducing myself, it's done in a social setting, and other people from other disciplines, other faculties don't get the same reaction. And I don't know, to me that sort of reaction to when I introduce myself just discounts, I think, for all the other disciplines that are out there, and puts on me, I guess, a certain expectation. I think people expect me to be more eloquent, to be smarter, to contribute more. To add to that, I was never really completely sure that I wanted to practice law after I graduated. For a few reasons. I mean, I'd done a few internships at mid to large law firms, and I've never really enjoyed the experience. I found law firms in general that they didn't really suit what I was looking for in a career, right? The structure is generally hierarchical. Lawyers, especially junior lawyers, don't really get much autonomy in how they want to run their cases for at least the first 7 years. This wasn't really what I was looking for in my career, and it got me thinking about doing non-law careers. At the same time, however, I understood or came to realize that actually knowledge of the law was important, and I could do something meaningful with that knowledge of the law. I mean, my fiancée is a social worker, and I've also volunteered with migrant workers before, so I knew how people, especially vulnerable people, could benefit from knowledge of, even the most basic knowledge of criminal law, wills, LPAs, family laws, etc. So to sort of push, I think, in that direction in terms of what I wanted to do, I started some student organization back in NUS Law, providing assistance to students who are facing disciplinary proceedings. I also took up a mentorship program for secondary school students to give them a very basic understanding of the law. All these, I think, were efforts to bring the law to people. I think people who otherwise would not have an opportunity for it or to understand it. So I didn't think I could pursue all of these goals in a legal career, and I was actually very much exploring non-law options after I graduate. So I was actually very fortunate to be introduced to Vanilla Law by a junior of mine who previously interned here. And having been here for 3 weeks so far, I've really been struck by how different Vanilla Law is from the traditional law firms. The flat hierarchy, the level of autonomy given to junior lawyers, the open communication, and even the sort of market segment that the firm is targeting, right, that of SMEs, all sits very well with me and all aligns well with what I want from a career. I don't know, I guess if you're out there, you're thinking about your career after law school, and something about the traditional way of practicing law doesn't sit well with you, perhaps there are options out there. Vanilla Law is one of them, and you could explore, you could try it out, and maybe in the future this could be the new way to practice law.